take of, hey, just a solid game, and it was smarter than me or Danny's. I did not see bad game on the board. Right. And to me, like, I think had they lost, this would be one of the worst performances of any quarterback all year. Let me rephrase that. Of any guy that we consider a real starting quarterback, that isn't a backup or a guy that's just put in there. So, yeah.
It's a long way of saying, like, perhaps I deserve some points because this was my upset alert pick.
They lost by 12 points.
I was almost.
You picked a team that lost by 12.
But a lot of you guys are like, man, Wild, you called this kind of.
No. What was your other upset alert, since you did two?
Giants, Broncos. Almost called that one too.
Ooh, that one
covered. So I got
You get. Oh, that's why you were advocating for Coach to get a point for that, because you also had it. No,
right?
It was very clear
the system.
I was like, the Saints aren't that bad.
Buck the system. Now, if we want to say that last week upset alert, Nick's picks and Parkins' picks is just, we're just going to pretend it didn't happen.
I'll think of it.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
2-0 I didn't look at your picks.
Oh, no, 2-0. Seattle pending tonight for a perfect week. Stock up the Colts' legitimacy as contenders.
This is real.
I don't know how we can deny this anymore. The graphic here is a simple one. Points, as in points scored, week to week to week. If you score a lot of points, Nick, you're a big brain football guy.
Yeah.
You often win football games. And I know people have questions about Daniel Jones. People have questions about their opponents. They're 6-1, and you guys showed this earlier in the show. I just wanted to add one more team to it since it's fresh in everyone's mind. Points per drive, if they actually did this for the full year, 07 Patriots, 18 Chiefs, and the Lions from last year who won 15 games and were the 1 seed. I don't know, in a wide open NFL, and we get to see them against your Chiefs in a couple of weeks. But, man, they could easily be 9-1 coming off a bye heading into Arrowhead based on their schedule. We have to look at the Colts as being real.
No, look, the Chiefs look like they are a level above everybody else in the AFC. But everybody else, Buffalo, if you want to throw New England, like I would put the Colts right there with anybody else in the AFC right now. To do what they did, I really didn't believe in them through the first 6 weeks because I felt like, okay, they're not beating great teams. They obviously lost to the Rams. To do that to a Jim Harbaugh coach team that's pretty good, got Khalil Mack back, by the way, that Chargers defense. That's the second most points put on a Harbaugh team since he took over the Chargers last year. So that was incredibly impressive. And it's strange how they're doing it. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor is a star. Jones is not. The receivers are not. The tight end is playing well. But it's incredible what they're doing.
Did you think the Vikings were a legit Super Bowl contender last year?
I did not.
Okay, then to me, this is the exact same bucket. Like, you have a superstar skill position player, Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor. You have one of those quarterback whisperer head coaches you love so much, Kevin O'Connell, Shane Steichen. You have a quarterback that there's just going to be massive questions about throughout the entirety of the year, and then even into next year as Darnold is now answering them, but it has to be more than a year. And you're going to end up with a gaudy record, which I give you credit for, but I do not, right now, for me, if I were ranking AFC Super Bowl contenders, I'd go Chiefs here in a tier by themselves. In a second tier by themselves would be Buffalo, and then the third tier together would be this team and the Patriots, who are having awesome seasons and are really solid teams.
How does that not make them a legitimate contender if you have them third in the AFC?
Well, tied for third, but I mean, there's going to be 7 teams to make the playoffs. I just can't. I can't close my eyes and envision the Indianapolis Colts playing for the Super Bowl this year. I just can't. Maybe it's unfair. And I also do think we need to see the defense against real quarterbacks, because your guy Herbert threw for 400 yards on him. Stafford beat him, and everyone else is.
The Stafford game, I know we can play the asterisk game with all the games, but that was a game that the Colts easily could have won if it wasn't for wacky stuff.
Correct, but the wacky stuff wasn't the Rams moving the ball. The wacky stuff was the Colts costing themselves points.
Can I say one more thing before we go to stock up, stock down? Because I thought about this. I thought it was a really good point about the Vikings. I don't know if Justin Jefferson versus Jonathan Taylor is just like, outstanding skill position guy. Like, Justin Jefferson yesterday was just shut down. I don't know if you can shut down Jonathan Taylor.
Well, their
like, I
offensive
think
line is good.
it's more Saquon-esque last year.
You're saying a running back is less dependent on another guy.
It's almost like this big like moat around Daniel Jones going pumpkin mode.
That's fair. That's fair.
Last one, and again, to show that I'm fair and accountable, this one also hurts me. Stock down.
This is like a self-roast a little bit.
Justin Herbert's MVP candidacy.
Oh, you don't say.
You know why, Nick? Because in order to be the MVP, you got to win. So we decided to track his winning percentage. It started out perfect.
It's not just that, though.
Well, here's the thing. Justin Herbert had a few bad moments yesterday, but he also was great.
Oh, stop.
He was.
We were texting about
He had
this.
some throws. He had some
some
throws.
great throws. He
Name
did not
3
allow
guys on the planet could make that throw.
That's right. He did not allow 38 points. There were some bad moments
He
early.
threw a pick in the end zone when the game was in jeopardy.
That was
And
one
then
of the
they
bad
got
moments.
the ball back with down 14, finally with a chance to make it a game.
Tipped interception.
Oh,
bad luck.
God.
Bad luck.
Okay.
21 pressures on 58 dropbacks. He didn't allow 38 points. He was, not great, and he's not going to win MVP because of the wins. But also,
Oh, you're writing off the MVP candidacy?
MVP's not happening this year
definitely happened,
because he's fallen behind pace of Peyton Manning.
Here's the other.
in the
Well,
MVP year.
hold on. Look, I
just wanted to update it. In fairness, in interest of fairness, through 7 games, the statistical numbers are actually not terribly far off. You can make up that gap. The problem is the 2 at the bottom. They're not scoring enough points or winning enough games.
Yeah, I mean, they did exactly what you
Classic
asked them to do,
problems.
which is throw the ball more. And by the way, another thing we're going to have to hear for the next 4 years about Justin Herbert. Did you see it yesterday? He is this close to the most completions through 7 years. He already has the most yards through 6 years and the most completions.
Big compiler.
Yeah, and all
He's really talented.
Danny wanted was them to throw the ball more with him.
And they're
They throw
4-3.
They throw the ball more with him and they lose games. Go ahead.
Danny, last 5 games, he's got 8 touchdowns, 6 picks. The more he throws, the more interceptions.
But not all of them were his fault.
Well, they're not. Thank you.
We can
Gotta
say
watch
that
the
for
game.
every quarterback in the league.
Yeah, it's true.
All right?
Peyton Manning, stock
Don't
up.
save him. He's
the real
drowning
Peyton
right now.
Manning,
Don't throw him
stock
a
up.
lifeline.
Yeah, Peyton's legacy is secured. Justin Herbert is still working on his legacy.
Okay.
He's still
He sure
Coming up
is.
next, excellent edition of Stock Up, Stock Down. Coming up next, are the Eagles going back to the Super Bowl? We discuss next.
Don't like